late evening yesterday, well after our show ended, Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. They came in from the east, the Russian border. They came in, the Russian-Ukrainian border. They came in from the north, the Belarus-Ukrainian border. They came in from the sea in the south, from the Black Sea into Odessa. They were not going after the autonomous regions right on the border where they were disputing whether that was Russian territory or Ukrainian territory. They did an all-out assault on Ukraine using surface-to-air missiles from within Russia out of the reach of any Ukrainian artillery, shooting at Kharkov, which is their second largest city on the Russian-Ukrainian border, Kyiv, Odessa, their very important seaport, their third biggest city, Kyiv being the first, and even in the north near the Polish border, Lviv was also getting hit as well. It appears that what they're trying to do is take a playbook right out of Desert Storm, where, you know, Colin Powell, shock and awe. We just, you know, decapitate them before you get a chance to even defend yourself. Quite frankly, it's 170,000 Russian troops who are better armed with more sophisticated weapons against something less than 170,000 Ukrainian troops, maybe 60, 70,000 Ukrainian troops. So the Russian troops are double the Ukrainian army. They have better arms. They have better sophisticated arms. The only thing that Ukraine, if you think that they can put up a fight, is because they're defending their homeland. They're defending their mothers, their wives, their children. Russia is an invading force. This is extraordinarily unsettling. It's the first time since World War II, in 80 years, that a country has gone on the offensive for no reason other than being an imperialist country, that they want to just own more land. It's even unsettling because we have a dictatorship, in essence, in Russia. Putin's been in power for over 20 plus years, overtaking and invading a democracy. They voted the last two presidential elections for their president to try to join NATO, try to join the European Union. They don't want anything to do with Russia. The people overwhelmingly, I think in the last election, Zelensky got over 70% of the vote. His platform was, we want to join the European Union. This is what got Putin all up in arms. The world is extraordinarily impressed with the hero so far of this war, President Zelensky. He was given an opportunity over the weekend to leave. According to the news reports, President Biden spoke to President Zelensky, who is still in Kyiv somewhere. There are mercenaries in Kyiv right now looking for him, looking to kill him. Should Russia capture him, they will kill him, try him and kill him. Should Russia not capture him, they would probably kill him on the street. He is dead man walking. If Russia captures him.
With a family like
that, that's horrible. And he's a democratically elected president. He's not a strong man. He's not a dictator. He was not doing anything to the people of Ukraine that you would say, boy, this is a bad dude. All he did was ask to be part of Europe. And once he asked to be part of Europe, Russia said they don't like that. They don't want Ukraine to be part of Europe. That would lead to the United States putting perhaps military bases in Ukraine, threatening the Russian government. So now people are saying, and that was a video of President Zelensky from Kyiv at some point during the war a couple of days ago. People are saying he's a hero, and he is. President Biden said to him, we will give you safe passage out. Now, if President Zelensky leaves, why would anybody fight? So he knows he has to stay in Kyiv to keep his military to fight. And he said to President Biden, and I think these words will go down in history, he said, "I don't need a ride, I need bullets."
Wow.
That was his response to, and he's staying. President Putin is calling him a Nazi. His family fought against the Nazis. He's actually Jewish.
Yeah, he's actually the opposite.
So he is far from a Nazi. He's a democratically elected president who just tried to bring his country to the West, and Putin didn't like it. And now Putin is using all sorts of excuses to justify this war. Because Ukraine has been performing much better than expected, Putin is now bringing in heavier weapons. They dropped cluster bombs over Kharkiv and Kyiv within the last 24 hours. Cluster bombs, according to the United Nations, are bomblets that explode in the air, which cause much greater damage than a bomb, an ordnance that actually hits the ground and then explodes. More than 400 civilians have been killed so far. And apparently Belarus, which is also run by a dictatorship, which is the only country in that neighborhood that is supporting Russia, is going to join the fray against Ukraine as well. As we said, Zelensky is emerging as a global hero. We're almost 7 days into this war now. Putin thought he was going to already have Ukraine taken over. They haven't gotten into one city yet. You see on CNN, on MSNBC, on Fox News, this 40-mile caravan.
Right.
That caravan hasn't moved in the last 48 hours or so. Russia has supply line issues. So, you have all this military equipment, but you got to be able to follow the military equipment with gas trucks to fill back up the gas, to fill up the trucks. There's, the tank can't pull over into the local mobile station to fill up with gas.
That's true.
So they're having some, when you hear in the news, they're having supply line issues, they're having issues keeping their equipment moving forward, either because they're disorganized or because the Ukrainians are sabotaging the gas trucks that are coming from behind, or some combination of the two. Ukraine, actually, its defense ministry is asking mothers of captured Russian troops to come to the Ukraine to pick up their children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the defense ministry wrote on a flyer posted on Facebook on Wednesday, "Mama, your prisoner of war son is waiting for you. Ukraine has made the decision to return prisoners of war to their mothers if they come to Ukraine to pick up their sons." The flyer shows a collage image of a member of Russia's military overlapped with a woman in distress. And the defense ministry wrote, "We ask you to deliver this message to the thousands of miserable Russian mothers whose sons have been captured in the Ukraine." And they're calling this war the first TikTok war.
Yeah.
Because most people are getting real-time footage from TikTok.
Yeah.
So, real people with real phones showing exactly what's going on. A Ukrainian by the name of Valeria Shashanak. She is in war-torn Chernihiv, Ukraine. And she's taking shelter in an underground bunker with her mother, father, and dog, Tori, in this northern Ukrainian city. Many of her close friends have fled. But instead of wallowing in the destruction, I showed you her video.
Yeah, you showed me that. And I saw it before, too.
Yeah, Shashanak has turned the war into art. In this video that made her famous, Shashanak dances to Shayla Luna with the caption, "My typical day in a bomb shelter." She uses a heat gun with a hairdryer as her dog hides under a blanket. Her mother cooks over a pot on the floor. In another video, captioned, the caption says, "Today Putin destroyed one of the old buildings in my city. It was a cinema that survived World War II. Windows flew out from the force of impact in neighboring houses." And this is happening all over TikTok, all over Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's a social media war, and the war is being done by individuals, and cancel culture is coming into play. And Putin never thought this would happen in a million years. never was taken into account. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.